I'm going to show you 3 tips on how to do a hobby with someone you love. In addition, as a bonus, I'm going to show you why I do this every single week. And we're ready to get started now. Hey Buffalo fans, welcome back to another episode of Jobuffalo Unplugged. Let me ask you a question. Are you trying to find things that you love to do and do them with someone you love? I'm Jobuffalo, and my Buffaloette and I have a mission to share our life adventures, our hobbies, and our knowledge so that you can strengthen your ability to live life to its fullest every single day with someone that you love. So we started on a weight loss journey, and together we lost over 110 pounds in a little less than 6 months. So we took each other's support and we wanted to share this information and do more with everyone. That's why in our videos you're going to see crafting, you're going to see cooking, you're going to see educating, you're going to see exercising, and every so often we're going to throw in a little fun just like this. So anyway, let's get this started. Me and my little friend, Little Jobuffalo, are ready to go get lucky and watch this new DIY wreath. Let's get started now. That is one elegant wreath. Hey Buffalo fans, Jobuffalo here, another week in Jobuffalo Unplugged. I am super excited this week. We're doing an episode on how to make lasagna and how to make garlic cheesy bread. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, Jobuffalo out. Always entertaining. I have the golden egg, and I am egg-cited to have this excellent opportunity to show you how to make this tree in under $40. Because we're going to do the Choco Challenge.
Yeah, I can't, Leo. I'm gonna drink your milk, buddy. Here you go. Here. You want this?
So in this channel, we're going to post weekly to give you ideas, suggestions, and trainings on how to do all kinds of hobbies with someone you love while we entertain you. We believe that working together with one common end in mind will help strengthen our relationship so we can truly understand each other's happiness. In addition, we have this wonderful opportunity to share this with everyone we can. So if you're interested and passionate about this as we are, then hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to be notified of future episodes of our show, Jobuffalo Unplugged. We are always entertaining. So in this episode, I want to give you 3 tips on how to build this hobby relationship with someone you love. So let's get started. I have a nice PowerPoint to show you, and we're going to move into that PowerPoint now. Okay, so as we get started, the PowerPoint was developed by the Buffaloette, and together her and I sat down and figured out 3 tips to find hobbies with your loved one. So we did this brainstorm and came up with 3 ideas that really start how her and I come together and decide what kind of hobbies we like to do together. And you see in our videos, you see between crafting and cooking, and there's going to be so much more to come. I don't want to give any secrets out, but we have so many ideas, and every week we want to try something different. And as we pursue this channel, this adventure together, this life adventure together, it is really exciting to be able to do this with her. So let's get to the first page. All right, so to get started, the first one that came to our mind was communication. We feel that this is the most important piece of moving any type of hobby, anything we do, not just in hobbies, but in life in general. Communication is the key to success. And we broke it down, specifically her. She just started rattling off, and we started talking and being honest. Honesty is the key. We can be honest with each other and say, we do like this, we don't like it. And there's things that we are going to get along with, there's things we're not going to get along with. And that's the stuff that we get along with, those are the ones we're going to pursue. And we're going to take and teach and train what helps us in our relationship build a strong network between keeping us busy outside of our daily lives. Next, you see express yourself. Don't sit there and say, "Oh, I like it," when you really don't. Say what you feel, and those two kind of go hand in hand. You need to be open, honest, and say exactly how you feel about that situation. So being open with another is very important, because that tells us that we're not hiding anything and we're not hiding any feelings we feel about a certain hobby. And for an example, there's hobbies like I like to video game sometimes, and she doesn't want a video game. So obviously I'm not going to pursue a video game hobby in a couples, and maybe I'll start a little channel on my own of video gaming in the future. But in order for us to get this to work in communication, we're going to go ahead and say exactly the openness with each other. And then again, you have to find the right time. It's got to be exactly the moment when it matters the most. And you can't be talking about your hobbies when we're in the middle of taking care of a child. And you really have to have the right moment of time. You don't want to be waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning and waking up your spouse and saying, or your significant other, and saying, "Hey, let me tell you what I have idea for this hobby." And that's the wrong time. So next, you don't want to attack anybody. You don't want to go after anybody. You want to be respectful. So be respectful towards each other. Control your body language. You get emotional. Don't get emotional where we're being any disrespectful. And then use the 24-hour rule. It's important to make sure that you communicate this back and forth in a time frame, so you don't forget things, so you can move things forward. And then very important, if you get angry, stop immediately. Don't move ahead. Regroup and speak about it some more. That you communicate this back and forth. The next piece that we decided to come up with was listening to each other. So from communication to listening, and they go hand in hand. You look into your partner's eyes when they're speaking, because that's the piece where they're telling you the truth. They're telling you out of passion. They're interested in for us to succeed, for you to succeed, and for themselves to succeed. Put yourself in your partner's mind. Imagine what it's like to be in their shoes and what they're thinking to make this work. Listen for the meaning behind it. Understand that if we're going to make a wreath, right, we're going to understand each step of that wreath, so I could sit and speak about it and teach people how to make a wreath. Don't make any judgments. Don't decide for yourself. There's a reason that other person is passionate about what they're passionate about. Listen to them and communicate to them. Pay attention to the feelings associated with their words. They're taking the time to speak about it, think about it, when they can be doing other things. So it's important to that person. It must be important to you as well. And then just take each day and take a certain amount of time and dedicate that time to your hobby, to what you want to do, so that you could see yourself grow in a relationship and grow as an individual. And then our last slide here shows us to keep an open mind. So between communicating and listening and then keeping an open mind, we felt that these were the 3 most important steps to really building a solid base to deciding what kind of hobby that 2 people could do together that they really love, and then that they love each other to move that forward. So don't be afraid to ask questions. Avoid closing yourself. Don't shut down. Again, avoid speculations. Try new things every day. Try something different. If you feel something you're working on isn't working, do something different. Embrace new ideas. Give it different possibilities. Look at every scenario there is, and then decide on an outcome. Get out of your comfort zone. You think it was comfortable for me to go on my first video. If you don't, go take a look at my first video and look at the way I did my show, and then look at last week's show or even this week's show. And there's a different me. I'm getting more comfortable in front of people, in front of the camera, and you're going to see, you know, keeping an open mind, focus on the positive things. Go and do it. Just don't sit there and say, oh, I'm going to get to it, I'm going to get to it. Just make the decision, make it happen, communicate with people, listen to them, and then keep an open mind. And that leads me to this next slide. And that's it. We're going live soon. And that's my comfort zone. I'm learning to build this better. I want it to be bigger, and I'm excited about going live. I know once you're live, there's no, you know, there's going to be mistakes made, and you're going to see that it's human, and there's no editing involved. So it's going to be exciting, and that's a little nerve-wracking at the same time. But I'm planning on going live the beginning of May. So it's coming soon. Are you ready? But once again, it's been a pleasure. I hope that you enjoyed this. So in addition to this, I'd love for some comments. And please comment down below. Give me some ideas. Let's get a conversation started on this. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your feedback, a little addition to this. It would help everybody in the channel as well as people watching the show. So go ahead, leave me a comment down below and smash that like button. Let's go for, I don't know, 50 likes. 50 likes would be fantastic. This is definitely a different path I went on, and this is definitely what the live videos are going to be like. Making it a teaching and training moment and putting something quick together for us to understand each other and help you succeed, because that's what I'm all about. So if you're not already, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and go ahead, if you enjoyed this show, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell for future notifications of our show. And this is Jobuffalo, and until next time, always entertaining.